dear students, myself Gangadhar Sonke and I welcome you all to the MCGM's virtual classroom. My dear students, today in Standard 9's History, we'll be learning the topic Science and Technology. We have already started this topic, and in the first part of this topic, we people learnt about Indian Atomic Energy Commission, Dhruv Nuclear Reactor, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. In the nuclear tests, we learnt about first nuclear test at Pokhran, second nuclear test. Then in missile development, we people learnt about Prithvi, Agni, Akash and Nag missiles. Now in second part of this topic, we are going to learn about space research, Indian Space Research Organization, Bhaskar 1, Aryan Passenger Payload Experiment, INSAT, Technological Progress, Telex Service, Satellite Communication Center, ISD, that is International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service, Mobile, BSNL ONGC and Railways and Technology. So on the screen, you can see our today's first point, that is space research. In 1961, Indian National Committee for Space Research, NCSR, Indian National Committee for Space Research, NCSR, launched India's first research rocket from Thumba Equatorial Launch Center in Thumba in the state of Kerala. So in 1961, India launched first research rocket. Then in 1969, our indigenously built rocket Rohini 75 was successfully launched in 1969. In 1961, which was not completely Indian product, but in 1969, our indigenously built rocket Rohini 75 was successfully launched. The next stage was the successful launch of the first Indian satellite Aryabhat in 1975 with the help from the Soviet Union. On the screen you can see the 360 kilograms satellite was built by ISRO to gain experience in operating a satellite space. This success proved that Indian scientists can indigenously build, and not only build but can launch a satellite. Indian scientists were confident that they could acquire the technology for sending a message from the Earth station and to assess the working of the satellite. And this was not simple thing for India. इन सारी चीज़ों की वजह से इंडिया का नाम इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़ में आने लगा और इंडिया का जो अचीवमेंट्स था, जो प्रोग्रेस था इन द फील्ड ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, स्पेशली इन स्पेस रिसर्च एंड इन मेकिंग मिसाइल्स, वाज वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. नेक्स्ट, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, after the success of the basic program in space research and rocket related project. Here one thing or one word which is used, after the success of the basic program, मतलब अब तक जो चल रहा था वो basic था. After the success of the basic program in space research and rocket related project, Indian Space Research Organization was established on 15th August 1969. The date is very important because on 15th August हमें आज़ादी मिली, 15th August 1947, और 15th August 1969 को Indian Space Research Organization was established. Why? In order to carry out further space research. The headquarters of ISRO are at Bengaluru, and ISRO activated the space station at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh for launching our satellites in space. Nowadays we can see these events on television live, so you people can catch this on the television whenever it is there, or you can just get information or go through videos with the help of internet. Then the next one, Bhaskar 1. India launched remote sensing experimental satellite Bhaskar 1. Remote sensing but experimental satellite Bhaskar 1 from the Soviet Union in 1979 in order to observe various things on the surface of the earth by remote sensing technology. And these things are useful in many fields. So this remote sensing technology would be useful for India's development by regarding water bodies, to find out the water bodies, for mineral deposits, and very important, forecasting weather. The same thing I'll repeat here. वेदर फोरकास्ट जो न्यूज़ के एंड में आता है न्यूज़ चैनल्स पे, हर न्यूज़ चैनल्स पे, या फिर उसका एक टाइम डिसाइड किया होता है, या फिर आप अपने मोबाइल पे भी वो देख सकते हो. सो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है सैटेलाइट के हेल्प से की जाती है. सैटेलाइट जब अर्थ से बाहर होते हैं, रोटेट करते, तो कुछ फ़ोटोज़ खींचते हैं, एंड ऑन दैट आवर साइंटिस्ट फोरकास्ट द वेदर. The photographs taken with the help of this technology about the balls of the earth, environment and forest were important. Another area in which the information from this satellite was useful was oceanography. ओशन में भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती रहती है, तो उसके फ़ोटोज़ लिए जाते हैं और वो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होते हैं. In 1981, Bhaskar 2 was launched from Soviet Union again. In 1971, Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2 in 1981. So sending satellites is very important thing in the field of finding water bodies or regarding water bodies, mineral deposits and forecasting weather, or in oceanography. And our country is continuously doing good things in the field of sending satellites. Next one, Apple, that is Ariane passenger payload experiment. The first completely indigenously built satellite by ISRO in India, Apple, was launched on 19th June 1981. And from the French Guiana, Apple was beneficial in the field of education. The objective of providing emergency telecommunication services was successful. Here in this topic, we are just talking or learning about the history of these things. We are not going in detail because that is a part of science. So we are just talking about the dates and the establishment or the formation of the organizations or the dates related with the things. Now the next one, INSAT, Indian National Satellite. In August 1983, the satellite INSAT 1B was launched in space. And because of this satellite, a major revolution came about in the areas of telecommunication, television, radio, weather forecasting and space research in India. And that is why this one is very important. Due to INSAT, 207 Akashvani or radio stations could be connected to each other. Just think about the number. What happened due to INSAT? 207 Akashvani or radio stations could be connected to each other. This mechanism was also useful for search and rescue of people caught in some disasters like shipwreck or an airplane crash, for forecasting weather, to look for and follow cyclones or storms in the fields of telemedicine and educational institutions. Just think about the uses of this Indian National Satellite or INSAT. इतने सारे यूजेस है. अगर कोई प्लेन क्रैश में फंस जाता है या शिपरेक होके समुंदर के बीच में फंस जाता है, तो उसके फ़ोटोज़ खींच के क्या सिचुएशन है उसको पता लगाया जा सकता है, या फिर इमरजेंसी हेल्प उन लोगों तक पहुंचाई जा सकती है. नॉट ओनली this but forecasting weather and to look for and follow cyclones और storms. अभी बहुत सारे storms या cyclones आते हैं, तो वो आने के पहले ही हमें उनकी डेट्स, उनका रास्ता और वो कितने टाइम के लिए कौन से शहर में या कौन से जगह पर रहेंगे, ये सारी चीज़ें पता चल जाती हैं. एंड अकॉर्डिंगली आवर गवर्नमेंट वर्क्स ऑन दैट. द telemedicine service enabled the population from remote areas to get advice and treatment from expert doctors. Public primary health centers in villages have been connected with super specialty hospitals through INSAT, so that doctors sitting in the urban area can guide the patient in the rural area, and the patient in the rural area follow the guidelines given by the doctor. So these things are very important for the betterment of human life. Next point, technological progress. A factory manufacturing railway engines, Chittaranjan Locomotive Works, was set up at Chittaranjan in Bardwan district in West Bengal. Not only this, but steam engines, electric engines and engines running on diesel were manufactured here. The first diesel engine was manufactured at the Diesel Locomotive Works at Varanasi. India started exporting railway engines to Sri Lanka, to Bangladesh, then to Tanzania, and to Vietnam. Just think about the progress of our country. पहले धीरे धीरे इंजन बनाना स्टार्ट हुआ, फिर स्टीम इंजन, फिर इलेक्ट्रिक इंजन, फिर इंजन रनिंग ऑन डीजल, और एक टाइम ऐसा आया कि बाकी देशों को हम लोग इंजन एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, लाइक टू श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश, टांजानिया एंड वियतनाम. नेक्स्ट वन, टेलेक्स सर्विस. The Department of Telecommunications under the Ministry of Communications started the telex service in 1963 to transmit typed messages from one part of the country to another rapidly. Now we people are using internet, we people are using mobile phones and social media like Facebook and WhatsApp and Twitter, and because of all these things we just can't imagine or think about the importance of this telex service. But at that time this was nothing but the revolution in the field of communication. So the Department of Telecommunications under the Ministry of Communications started the telex service in 1963 to transmit typed messages from one part of the country to another rapidly. Here you can see the telex machine. In 1969, the telex service started in Devanagari script in Delhi. Later it spread all over the country. This service began to be used in different fields to send messages from one place to another within time or within short period of time. With the rise of internet after 1990, the significance of this service reduced, and today we are not having this kind of type of service because we are having all other things which are faster than this. A telex machine consisted of an automatic electronic typewriter here, and a dial box was installed to dial the number. There was a telex directory like telephone directory. Nowadays we are not having that also, but telephone directory भी कुछ वक्त के पहले हुआ करती थी, अब बहुत कम हो गई है. In India, about 68 cities had telex services and a particular code number was given to each station. Mumbai 011 and for Ahmedabad it's 012. Then the next point, satellite communication center. In order to establish satellite communication with the help of an artificial satellite, a domestic satellite communication Earth station was established in 1967 at Jodhpur Tekra near Ahmedabad. This made it easy to train scientists and technicians in setting up and running an earth station within the country. So in 1970, a center was established at Arvi near Pune. Arvi is the place near Pune, equipped for international telecommunication service. Pin code. While writing a letter, we have to write this pin code, or we're having pin code of particular areas or of particular place or a particular city or taluka or for district. So from 15th August 1972, again the same date here, the Post and Telegraph Department started the 6-digit pin code system. Today also we have to put this pin code in many addresses. The postal index code is intended to bring efficiency in distributing the mail. In this system, country was divided into 9 regions. The first digit of the pin code indicates the region. Here 5 is region in India. Then the second digit indicates the sub-region, 6 sub-region. The third digit shows the main disbursement district, जहाँ पर लेटर exactly जाना है. While the remaining 3 digits, for example here 011, shows the location of the local post office. So if people talk about Maharashtra, then 40, 41, 42, 43 and 44 are the first 2 digits for Maharashtra. अगर किसी लेटर पे 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 है तो उस लेटर को महाराष्ट्र में जाना है, और आगे के डिजिट्स बाकी सब रीजन और डिस्ट्रिक्ट ये सारी बातें बताएंगे. In 1986, the speed post service was started to send postage rapidly. In 1986, we are continuously talking about the progress in the field of science and technology with the dates. किस तरह से ये dates जा रही है और किस तरह से हमारा progress हर एक field में हो रहा है. Then the next one, पहले telex service आया, then pin code, and now international subscriber dialing telephone service (ISD). In 1972, overseas communication service was established in Mumbai for the management of international telecommunication service. बाहर देशों के साथ कम्युनिकेशन करने के लिए. Then in 1976, the international subscriber dialed telephone service. International subscriber dialed telephone service was started to connect Mumbai and London directly on phone. मुंबई में बैठ के लंदन के साथ डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट होता था. नाउ दिस इज़ नॉट बिग थिंग फॉर अस. अभी के टाइम के साथ अगर हम सोचेंगे तो ये बहुत ईजी लगेगा, बट एट दैट टाइम this is not more than the revolution. Alongside the telephone service, services like telex, teleprinter and radio images were started. In 1986, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited VSNL took a big leap in this field, and before that Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited, that is MTNL, was a public sector company for giving telephone service in big cities. In the 1990s, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited (VSNL) held the distinction of being the main internet service provider in India, and in all this, the contribution of Sam Pitroda in this field is significant. तो ये सारी जर्नी है इन द फील्ड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. 1972, 1976, then 1986, then 1990, and now today we are having this in our hand, mobile. By sitting anywhere, we can connect with the people in the world. दुनिया के किसी की भी कोने के इंसान के साथ हम हाथ में फ़ोन लेके कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं ऑन कॉल, या फिर बाकी सारी चीज़ों से, जैसे इंटरनेट है, व्हाट्सएप है, फेसबुक है, सोशल मीडिया के जितने भी सारे थिंग्स है. बट हाउ इट वाज स्टार्टेड, On 22nd August 1994, the mobile phone service started in India. 22nd August 1994 and today हर घर में हर एक के पास मोबाइल फ़ोन एटलीस्ट है ही है, ऐसा हम कह सकते हैं. Not exactly, but in general we can say that. Today with the help of mobile we are having our lectures, we are having our education and many services. At this time a mobile handset cost rupees 45,000. Just think about the cost. And calling was at 70 rupees per minute. एक मिनट बोलने के लिए 17 रुपये लगते थे. अभी तो फ्री कॉलिंग भी है, फ्री इनकमिंग है, फ्री कॉलिंग है और बहुत सारी प्लान्स बहुत सारे कंपनीज के हैं. Then by 1990 many private companies came in this field and because of the competition this made the service cheaper. So on the screen you can see the mobile phone. ऐसे फ़ोन हुआ करते थे, अभी तो बहुत कम देखने को मिलते हैं. Number of companies are there, not only handset companies but the services like BSNL, Jio, Idea, Airtel, Vodafone. And if we talk about the mobile companies, then the Huawei, Motorola, Nokia, Samsung, Sony Ericsson, HTC, BlackBerry, Micromax, number of are there. Next point, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, BSNL. In 2000 the telecommunication department was restructured and the responsibility to take policy decisions was retained with the telecom department and Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, BSNL, to actually provide the services to consumers. So it was, we can say, under control of government. Along with the telephone service, cellular phone, internet, broadband services were also made available, and today we are using all these services in different fields, or we can say this makes our life easy or comfortable also. Next one, Oil and Natural Gas Commission, ONGC. In 1956 the Oil and Natural Gas Commission was established in 1956 to search for the deposits of mineral oil and natural gas and to increase their production, because this is the thing which is very important or necessary in our day-to-day life. After Digboi in Assam, mineral oil deposits were found in Ankleshwar area in Gujarat, and later mineral oil and natural gas deposits were found in the Gulf of Khambat in Gujarat. So ये सारी चीज़ें ONGC के तरफ से की गई. In 1974 the Oil and Natural Gas Commission started digging an oil well in Bombay High area with the help of Russian scientists by a drill ship called सागर सम्राट. जिस शिप के साथ ये काम किया जा रहा था उसे सागर सम्राट कहा गया, उसका नाम सागर सम्राट था. From 1975 mineral oil and natural gas began to be extracted from there. 1974 में काम शुरू हुआ और 75 से नेचुरल गैस और ऑयल एक्सट्रैक्ट करने का काम शुरू हुआ. Later more than 8,500 oil wells and 33, think about the number, 8,500 oil wells and 33 natural gas wells dug eventually in this area began to contribute 38% of the total mineral oil production in the country. 100 में से 38% सिर्फ यहाँ से मिलता है, बॉम्बे हाई से, and met 14% of the country's demand for crude oil. So again Oil and Natural Gas Commission played very important role in the field of oil and natural gas. Next one, railways and technology. As we people are living in Mumbai, so no one better than us knows the importance of railway or local in our daily life or in moving from one place to another place. So the technology adopted by railways has a big role in the history of modern India. In order to bring efficiency, accuracy and coordination. Three things which are very important: efficiency, accuracy and coordination in the reservation system in rail travel. Computerized reservation system was started. Computerized reservation system was started for the first time in Delhi in 1984, and now by sitting at your home we can book our ticket with the help of our phone or computer or laptop. लेकिन 1984 के पहले तो विंडो पे ही जाना पड़ता था रिजर्वेशन करने के लिए, फिर कंप्यूटर आया, वहाँ पर जाके भी कंप्यूटर के साथ होता था. एंड नाउ वी आर हैविंग ऐप लाइक IRCTC. विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस वी कैन book our ticket by sitting anywhere. In the same year, the metro was started in Kolkata. Now we are having metro, mono, local in Mumbai. Railways and technology on the screen you can see. Then Konkan Railway started in 1998. 1998. There are several records of technology to the credit of Konkan Railway, which stretches over the 4 states of Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala over a distance of 760 kilometers. There are 12 tunnels. How many? 12 tunnel. At Karbude is the longest tunnel, which is of 6.5 kilometer. There are 179 big and 1819 small bridges on this track. Out of these, the 2065.8 meter long bridge on river Sharvati near Honavar is the biggest. The 64 meter tall bridge on river Panaval near Ratnagiri is India's tallest bridge. So for avoiding accidents on tracks that are prone to landslide, there are sensors fitted to the railway engine. So use of technology on large scale. So in this way, India has been making progress in the fields of science and technology. New inventions have been made. India is an important 21st century nation which has always used technology for establishing peace in the world. We are always talking about the peace, and we people support peace. India is making all these advancements in order to be the foremost among nations in the 21st century. So here, second part of the topic science and technology, in which today we people learnt about space research, then Indian Space Research Organization Bhaskar 1 and 2, Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment, Indian National Satellite, Technological Progress, Telex Service, Satellite Communication Center, PIN Code, International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service, Mobile, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, Oil and Natural Gas Commission, Railways and Technology. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.